Well, 7 steps of the haircut. A lot of novice stylists have vaguely heard about it. I propose to consider this issue within my video tutorial. It's Aleksan Musaelyan here with you today. Let's get started. 7 steps is nothing else but the worldwide popular method of haircut form performance. Its authorship belongs to the American master Leo Passage, and it is suitable for absolutely all types of the hairstyle. Before we proceed, we need to bear in mind the plan of form performance. It consists of 7 clauses that are describing the following questions. How to keep the head? In what zones to split hair? What partings are used at hairstyling? In what direction to comb the hair relative to the parting? At what angle to hold the strand relative to the head? How should one place his hands and scissors relative to the parting? How to equate a strand, and what is the orienting point for the cutoff? Performing each form, you need to clearly follow all clauses of the 7 steps. Let us consider each of them in details. 1. Head position. The position of head can be direct, the traditional head position, providing the most clear and straight lines. Lean forward to create the bending inside hair effect. Lean backward to create the graduation effect. Lean sideways to the left and to the right to create the figured clear lines. Turn to the left and to the right for the natural spreading of long hair. It is necessary to control the position of the head throughout the haircut. 2. Separation into zones. In accordance with the desired haircut, the hair is divided into zones and small sectors, based on the direction of lines and angles of a projection, as well as natural spreading of hair. Anatomical features such as the head shape or the natural spreading of hair growth may also affect the selection of zones. When performing the 4 main forms, the traditional separation into zones is used. Main zones: lower occipital zone, central occipital zone, upper occipital zone, parietal zone, left temporal zone, right temporal zone. It may be necessary to separate hair into zones in accordance with the interposition of forms while their combination. 3. Division into partings. The hair is divided into zones with the help of partings. The partings are divided into basic, classic, and figured. The basic partings, vertical, goes from the center of the borderline of the hair growth frontal zone through the highest point of the head to the boundary of the hair growth lower occipital zone. Horizontal extends from the ear top of the one side through the highest point of the head or top to the second ear. All other partings like horizontal, vertical, diagonal, radial, and figured are performed relatively to the main. 4. Hair spreading. In simple words, it is the side where you have to comb the hair. The hair is always spread relatively to the parting. Depending on the desired form, the following spreading can be used: natural fall, perpendicular, directed, and off-center. Projection. It is the angle at which you need to keep the hair strand relative to the head within all over the haircut performance. This may result the future form. The projection can be from 0 to 90 degrees. Overlapping of fingers and scissors. In most cases, fingers and scissors are disposed in parallel or not in parallel relative to the parting. The parallel disposition helps to achieve the clear lines in the form, and the non-parallel to keep the hair length. But there are exceptions. Fingers are located along the bias line when performing the graduated form haircut using vertical partings. When working with a unified form, the location of fingers may be parallel to the head, but not the parting. 7. Control strand. The control strand can be either fixed stationary or unfixed floating. When the control strand is fixed, we need to cut the reference hair strand that will be the guideline for cutting all the subsequent strands. When the control strand is unfixed, every cut strand is the control strand for the next one. In other words, we cut the first strand that serves as the length reference. The second strand is cut guided by the first one, the third guided by the second one, and so on. Some stylists also figure out the combined control strand as a combination of unfixed and fixed strands. Every form has its own steps, and that's why we will consider each of them individually.